In this video, I'm going to talk about some positive ways we can use social media with our youth. In my ministry context, I work with children and youth from ages 0 to 18. We can love technology or we can hate technology, but it's not going away, especially with our youth. In order to reach them, we need to ask ourselves these following questions. How are we going to use this tool to bring the gospel message to them? How are we going to be intentional about how we use it in our ministry? Technology does not have to replace our face-to-face interactions with them. It will replace it if we let it, but it can fill those gaps where face-to-face interactions are not possible, such as a simple text, letting the person know that we are thinking or praying for them today. So number 1, striving for connection. There are two kinds of social media users. There are those who go for all the likes perspective, and then those are the other people who are the connection perspective. That does not mean you cannot share your work with others online. We should aim to connect with others online. And with our youth, we should aim to connect with them online as well. Number 2, to be transparent. Jesus revealed personal information to his disciples, but not to everyone. That means we should strive to be transparent with those who love us and in real life. Number 3, we should ask ourselves, can we say this in front of someone? Social media distances us from the impacts of our words. We should say things and then walk away and say, can we say this in front of someone face to face? And if not, then we should probably not be saying it online. But because the impacts of our words in real life does not mean our words does not make a splash or an impact. Number 4, to learn to listen better. Rather than being quick to voice our opinion or our thoughts, we should think about what we're reading first. We should offer a response only after listening. Good listening is important. Here is a quote that I found. A good listening with a half ear that presumes already to know what the other person has to say. This, he says, is an impatient, inattentive listening that is only waiting for a chance to speak. Perhaps we know where the speaker is going, and so begin formulating our response, or we are in the middle of something where someone talking to us or have another commitment approaching and we wish that they have done already. Or maybe we're half-eared because our attention is divided because our external surroundings or internal rebounding to self. As Donne laments, unfortunately, many of us are too preoccupied with ourselves to listen. Instead of concentrating on what is being said, we are busy either deciding what to say or mentally rejecting what the other person's point of view. The best ministry you can do to listen to someone's pain all the way down to the bottom. The best ministry you might do today is listen to someone's pain all the way down to the bottom. Many of us like to stir the pot with articles or information that we share online or social media. But I want to urge you I apologize, but I urge you to monitor how many articles you share online. When you do this, you run into the danger of making your beliefs purely about arguing opinions rather than living for Christ, which is a bad message to unbelievers. We don't need to stir the pot to show people about Jesus and his love. We simply need to live and love like him. And lastly, we can point people to Jesus with the light of our lives, with external truth, with grace-filled interactions. People are watching only as we walk by the Spirit in the social media sphere. And we can make an impact there for Christ. Good listening is a great means of grace in the dynamic of true Christian fellowship. Not only is it a channel which God continues to pour his grace into our lives, but it's also a way of using the means of grace in the lives of others. It's the hardest thing that we may do, but it is important. Thank you.